guys, so I just wanted to do this quick basically tutorial showing you how to make luxury super high-end facial oil with these really high quality oils that I get from Mountain Rose Herbs. It's the most reputable company that I know of for oils. They hand press everything. It's all organic. It's all preservative free, toxin free. You know, it's not processed in some sort of really messed up way or anything like that. It's all sustainably sourced. A lot of their herbs and things are grown on site. They're a company in Argan that I discovered through a friend a long time ago, and I've been using their oils ever since. And I basically just wanted to do this video because I realized that facial oils are something that I've been using for years and years, and they're extremely beneficial for your skin. So if you have acne, if you have dryness, if you have greasy skin, if you have dry skin, it's like no matter what, you can find an oil or tailor an oil to what your skin is doing. And basically I got this little cup here from Amazon for like $3. I got these 2-ounce containers off of Amazon. I think I got like 12 or 16 of them for $12. I'll link those. And then I'm also going to link in the cost or in the description the cost for these oils. So just real quick, this one's 4 ounces. It was $12.75. Argan oil was $27.50. Marula oil was $20.75. The VitaminE oil was $22. This Rosemary antioxidant isn't necessary, but I like it a lot. It's $24.75. And then you've got your blue Tansy. This one's $80. The Copiaba is $14, and then the Frankincense is $35. So all of these oils together were $212, but you can make 8 bottles of facial oil, and they're about $25 each, maybe a little bit less expensive than that. So that's crazy, because the Drunk Elephant, just the Marula oil by itself for this size bottle is $75, and it doesn't have any of these extra added oils. It doesn't have nearly all of the health benefits for your skin that this combination of oils has, and it's going to save you hundreds of dollars to do it this way. And you know that your oil is quality. So I know that Drunk Elephant is a great brand, but you know, one thing that really kind of showed me that I should start doing this was that I know a lot about like how oils and things should smell, and I did get their Marula oil, and it just wasn't as good of a quality. It wasn't the same richness and color as the Mountain Rose Herbs. Another one that you'll recognize is, you know, if you go to the store and get an argan oil, it doesn't have any kind of scent. It's most of the time very like kind of sterile smelling, but this argan oil here, it smells rich and sweet like grass, and that's how true argan oil should smell if you're getting like the full fatty acids and things that your skin loves from it. So this is what it's going to look like when we're done. It's very rich. I want to say it's almost kind of like a green color, but I just make these and I'll keep these in my fridge, and I'll, you know, go through them as I go through them, and I use these every single day. So this is a little bit hard to get these very, very precise, but I'm going to try my best and kind of explain some of the benefits just as I go. So the jojoba oil is a great carrier oil. It's non-comedogenic. All these are non-comedogenic, so they don't clog your pores. They don't cause your acne to be worse. Jojoba oil mimics the sebum of your skin. So essentially what that means is your skin produces oil. This is a very, very similar to your existing facial oil. And so if you have acne, it can really help like reduce the excess oil that you have on your skin or the excess grease. But we also balance it with some of these other oils, which is really helpful. So in a 2-ounce container, I'm going to put about a half an ounce of each oil in there, and hope that I don't spill it. It's very tricky. And I did spill a little bit. There's an easier way to do this. If it wasn't for the video, I'd probably be using like these droppers, or I would just free pour. Free pouring is a little bit easier. Okay, so this is the argan oil. This is the one that I was telling you should have like a flowery, almost grassy, sweet smell. This one is very, 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 very rich in fatty acids. It's very great for your skin. It has a brightening effect on the skin. So, you know, argan oil, if you use it by itself, it can be very, very, very lightening on the skin. So if you have like scarring or anything like that, it can make those scars quite a bit lighter. These little bits that I'm dropping, I'm just gonna rub into my skin so they don't go to waste. So this one's marula oil. Marula oil is really just kind of a light, it's very nutritious for the skin. It's good for your hair and your nails. Let's see here. All of these, by the way, are therapeutic grade oils. I don't know if you can't see probably on the camera as much, but this is a very light oil. So this oil is very much clear, whereas the argan oil has a bit of a like a grassy colored tint to it, and the jojoba oil is yellow tinted. So that's about a half an ounce of each oil. And I am going to do a half an ounce of the vitamin E oil in mine as well. If you prefer not to use vitamin E, because it's a really heavy oil, it has a lot of antioxidants, so let's see. It just really depends on who you are. I guess I'll say it that way. This could be one of the more irritating oils for some people. It doesn't really irritate my skin, but that's not to say that it wouldn't. And I'm probably not going to actually put a whole half an ounce. I'm probably just going to put like a quarter of an ounce of VitaminE oil in there. Okay, so I was actually reading more about this one because I don't usually put a lot in mine. It says that you actually don't want it to be more than a 1% of your product. So let's see here. So this one is actually very, very concentrated. I actually don't think I ever read quite how concentrated this one is. It's 7,500 IU vitamin E. So this is really good. It's very protective of the skin, and it's really good to protect the integrity of your oil. It is used as like a preservative, but I think what I will do is probably just use about 2 little droppers full. And that's actually what I always have put in my oil, but I was thinking that I could use more, but I'm not using any more of that because it's so concentrated. Okay, so 2 little droppers full probably is maybe like all in all like 40 to 60 drops of that. And then another preservative that I like to use in my oil is going to be the Rosemary CO2 extract. This one isn't really like overly concentrated or anything like that. But you don't need a lot either. So it's very green, probably about a half dropper full is all that you would use in your oil. It's really cool how it sits in the oil suspended this way. Doesn't mix all the way in. So because I had kind of planned on using more vitamin E oil, I think what I would do is I would do a full ounce of marula oil, and then I would do half an ounce of each, the argan oil and the jojoba oil maybe. Because right now we only have 1.5 ounces of oil here, and these are supposed to be 2-ounce containers, so we're not going to be all the way filled up. And then with the frankincense, I usually do maybe like 30 drops or so. The math on these is a half an ounce contains about 295 drops. and that's about 73 drops per bottle of oil if you were making 4. Or, you know, it's about 30 drops if you were making 8, and I'm probably going to make 8 since mine things are 2, 3, 5. Since my bottles are only 2 ounces. So you probably only need about 25, 30 drops of this. The blue Tansy, I don't even like to put that much in there. I'll probably only put maybe 15 drops. And I'm going to do that at the end so you can kind of see it change colors. The Copiaba, this one is really thick. It's, I guess I could talk about here real quick what they do. So the Copiaba is very healing, very antioxidant rich, but this is good for if you have like acne, active acne or acne scars, because it's a very healing oil. The blue Tansy is also good for acne because it's a little bit more of an astringent oil. It really helps with redness. And I don't put a lot in here because I don't have really bad acne, but it is still very, very, very good for the skin, and calming the skin. And then the Frankincense is really good for wrinkles and anti-aging. So these are the 3 that I like to use, but there's, you know, all sorts of stuff that you can put in yours. This Copiaba, if you know, this one is a full ounce. So if you were splitting this into 1/8, then you just use 1/8 of an ounce. And this one you can't really, the dropper doesn't work because it's such a thick oil. No matter really what you do, you can't get it to dropper out. So for this one, you really have to remove the dropper and then just kind of pour a little bit in there. A lot of this stuff, you know, I don't usually measure out. I just eyeball it. And in this case, we ended up with less than I thought we would have, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the blue Tansy. This is the one that really makes it have that like blue-green color. I'm only gonna probably put like 15 drops. This one is extremely blue, so the oil itself is, it's like a watercolor. It's so blue. The blueness doesn't last on your skin or anything like that. You just wipe it in and it doesn't make your face blue either. So this is kind of what it looks like when it's mixed with the other oils. It's really, really, really cool. Turn it upside down and mix it around. And then you get that same color as the rest of my oils. This one, this is a 2-ounce container, and my math didn't really work out somehow, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I could have probably, you know, done this before I filmed it, but this is who I am. This is how I live my life. But it doesn't make any of the math any less true, and I will go ahead and, like I said, link the math down below. But if you were, you know, splitting this up, you could get, instead of 2-ounce bottles, you could get 4-ounce bottles, because all these carriers are 4 ounces, and, you know, just split them up accordingly, obviously, and you'd be good to go. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more, like one of these carrier oils to this, just to fill it up all the way and make sure that I have the right ratio for my essential oils, because you really want to make sure you dilute essential oils enough. And like I said, for these ones it worked out, so I don't know how that happened, but there you go. That's what it'll look like for your finished product.